Hey everybody, Josh Humphrey, Kearney Library here. 30 Poems in 30 Days, the Earth Day edition. That's why I'm outside in front of this lovely cherry blossom tree out in the library garden. So I'm going to read a poem I wrote today about whales because it's Earth Day. I wanted to read something like that. So this poem is about the first guy that recorded whales and discovered that they sang songs. And he got that recording out all over the place. It was actually a very popular thing at the time. His name was Roger Payne, and it starts with a quote from him, which is, "I would just leave it on, just going again and again, and after a long while of listening, I suddenly realized, my God, this thing is repeating itself." And that is in reference to the fact that whales sing the same snatches of songs, just like people do. So this poem is in a few parts. The first two parts are called villanelles, which is a form that you'll hear, and the last part is in the haiku form, which you're probably familiar with. So 1. By this time I had called them my only friend, turning over slowly, spinning in a dance, tremendous weight, made weightless as sand. I am on a rusted boat, I am on unshore land, and they in their miles unseen, their blue expanse. By this time I had called them my only friend, and watched them burst through the surface only to slam back into waves every time as if by chance. Tremendous weight, made weightless as sand. From 400 feet they can see me, just a man, staring at the constant blue and white caps in a trance. By this time I had called them my only friend, and felt the water that holds their secret with my hands, but it runs through my fingers with just a glance. Tremendous weight, made weightless as sand. And still they glide through the waves and rest on a strand of nothing, an idea of depth, a dark romance. By this time I had called them my only friend. Tremendous weight, made weightless as sand. 2. By this time I had lost a wife and had a son. In that tiny basement I had made my last birdhouse. One way or another, all the birds had flown, and the emergency numbers had abandoned the phone, and the silence always scratching like a mouse. By this time I had lost a wife and had a son, and slept on the couch heavy as a stone, half awake with the television in a drowse. One way or another, all the birds had flown, and the clothes on the stairs like a body thrown, and the bed haphazard, a shoe, a hat, a blouse. By this time I had lost a wife and had a son, and my hands had forgotten any touch that was known, far from the shore and the burned out lighthouse. One way or another, all the birds had flown. Even when I am here, I am never home. This wooden nails, this cold, cold house. By this time I had lost a wife and had a son. One way or another, all the birds had flown. But I played those songs in a room in the dark by myself, and the whales sang to me. And I played those songs in the silence over and over. The whales are alive. And I played those songs to my mother and my father gone. The whales in my heart. And I played those songs on the ancient wooden intercom. Whales in my kitchen. And I took those songs to men in sunglasses in dark rooms. Whales on the radio. And I took those songs to the conductor of New York City. Whales like a bass drum. And I took those songs to the silent nuns in the mountains. Whales in heaven. And I took those songs to the buildings that rise up and rise. Elevator whales. And I heard those songs, a Philadelphia bar. Whales are everywhere. And I heard those songs on the highway, on the bridge. Whales are everywhere. And I heard those songs until they were the whole world over. The whales and I sleep. Thanks everybody, thanks for tuning in. That email address again, Kearney Library COVID-19 @gmail.com. I'll see you soon.